In the remote hills of Kasimbi, surrounded by dense forests and rocky cliffs, the villagers whispered of a terrifying figure who prowled under the light of the full moon. The Leopard-Man, a cursed being neither fully man nor beast. It was said that his cries echoed through the night, and those who ventured too far into the wilderness rarely returned. The legend told of a skilled hunter named Nuru, once a protector of Kasimbi, who was betrayed by his closest allies during a hunting expedition. Jealous of his prowess and fame, they tricked him into entering a sacred leopard's den. The spirits of the forest, angered by the desecration, cursed Nuru, merging his soul with the very beast he had sought to conquer. The Leopard-Man sought vengeance against those who wronged him, but his rage extended to all who trespassed on the forest. As the years passed, his story became a warning, a tale to keep children close to home after dark. When a group of loggers began felling trees in the forbidden forest, they awakened the Leopard-Man's fury. Among them was Kamau, a young man driven by desperation to provide for his family. Unwittingly, he stepped into a nightmare that would force him to confront both the monster and the truth behind the curse. The first sign of trouble came with the chilling discovery of claw marks gouged into the bark of the trees near the logging camp. Kamau and the others dismissed it as the work of a wild animal, but the village elders warned them to leave the forest. One night, as the full moon bathed the forest in silver light, Kamau heard an eerie growl from the shadows. The loggers huddled around their fire, gripping their tools tightly, when a pair of glowing eyes emerged from the darkness. The Leopard-Man leapt into the clearing, his movements fluid and terrifying. His humanoid body was covered in spotted fur, his claws gleaming like blades. His face, though feline, retained traces of humanity, an unsettling blend of man and beast. With a guttural roar, he struck, scattering the loggers. Kamau, too frightened to flee, stood his ground, holding a burning log as his only weapon. The beast paused, tilting its head as if recognizing something in Kamau. Then, with a low growl, it vanished into the forest. The survivors returned to the village, their faces pale with fear. Kamau approached Baba Jengo, the village elder, desperate for answers. Baba Jengo sighed deeply and began to recount the tale of Nuru, the Leopard-Man. "Nuru was once a man like you," the elder said, "a hunter with unmatched skill. But greed and jealousy led his companions to betray him. They offered him up to the spirits of the sacred forest, thinking they would gain his strength. Instead, they unleashed a curse that bound him to the leopards he once hunted." Kamau frowned. "But why attack us? We had no part in his betrayal." "The forest remembers," Baba Jengo said gravely. "You took what was not yours. The spirits do not forgive easily, and Nuru's rage feeds on their anger." Kamau realized he could not abandon his task. His family relied on the timber he brought from the forest, but now he understood the cost. "How can I stop him?" he asked. The elder handed him a pouch of sacred herbs. "Burn these at the sacred grove under the full moon. It is the only way to summon Nuru's spirit and offer him peace. But beware, he will test your courage." Kamau returned to the forest alone, carrying the pouch of sacred herbs. The moon hung high in the sky, casting long shadows over the ancient trees. He followed Baba Jengo's instructions, seeking out the sacred grove, a place marked by an ancient stone altar overgrown with vines. As Kamau scattered the herbs over the altar and set them aflame, the air grew heavy with the scent of burning leaves. The forest fell silent, and the shadows around him began to move. The Leopard-Man emerged, his form towering and menacing in the moonlight. "You dare summon me, trespasser," he growled. his voice a guttural mix of human and animal tones. Kamau stood firm, his heart pounding. I seek to end this, not with weapons, but with truth. Your vengeance punishes the innocent. Let me help you find peace. The Leopard-Man circled him, his glowing eyes filled with suspicion. Peace? You speak of peace while your kind destroys the forest I am bound to protect. Kamau dropped to his knees. I swear to honor this land and its spirits. Take my life if you must, but spare my family and the others. The forest around them came alive with whispers as the spirits of the sacred grove manifested. Translucent figures of animals and humans danced in the moonlight, their voices mingling in a haunting song. The spirits addressed the Leopard-Man. Nuru, your vengeance has lasted long enough. This man offers his life in exchange for forgiveness. What is your choice? Nuru hesitated, his claws twitching. For the first time in decades, the fire of rage in his eyes dimmed. I never wanted this curse, he said, his voice tee-out.